Hi guys, Peter from Stubby's Chimney Sweeping here again. I wanted to do a video on top-down lighting method. There's a few different examples of this, and I'm going to post a few over the next coming weeks because we do get a lot of phone calls that chimneys are blocked or not working. And actually what it is, it's a cold air plug. It means there's cold air in your chimney, and when you light your fire, you're not lighting it hot enough to really get through that cold air. So top down is basically, as it self-explanatory, lighting it from the top down. You can see here, I'm just going to do a quick test, and you can see that my chimney here is actually blowing down. It's blowing into the room because it's so cold. The chimney itself is blowing into the room. You can see there the smoke coming in, which is a real nuisance. And if you don't light a stove quick enough, you can end up with a smoke-filled room. A lot of calls we get are smoke-filled rooms. So here we go. I put 3 bits of kindling on the bottom of the stove. I put 2 smaller logs on, and then I put 3 more bits of kindling. And then put 2 slightly bigger logs. And then I put about 4 to 6 bits of kindling on top. Point here is that you have to be using good fuel. Nothing will ever help if your fuel is not good. So if you're using wet wood, you'll just never get a great, I'd say, lift off as such. So I've got my logs, kindling, logs, kindling, and then I've got wood wool fire lighters. These burn for 9 minutes with no smoke. It's basically a wood wool with a non-paraffin wax. And I'm going to put 3 of these on top because it is a cold morning. I think 1 drops down, so I stick another one on. I'm never too worried. Between 2 and 5, depending on how the temperature outside. And there you have it. Air vent is open, which I just pointed out there. Quick promo, this is us. And we are lit. So I keep the door open for a couple of seconds. What I do is I sort of close and just then open it slightly just to give it a wisp of air, just to get those firelighters really going. I'm just turning the light off there so you can see the burn effect. And that is it. That is the door shut. That is my stove lit. And now I just let the very good wood do its thing. And get us up to temperature. You'll see on the igniting here, it all goes nicely. It then dies down slightly, but you'll see, feel free to fast forward to sort of just after minute 13 of the film. You'll see where it hits the second bout of kindling, it reignites and goes again. I don't have to refuel this stove for 30 minutes from lighting, which is a great idea because you want to get your chimney hot. If you're opening the door, you're liable for the cold air plug to come back down and put smoke into the room. Even really a good 25 minutes to warm up your chimney of burning is kind of minimum. Otherwise you are open to there still being a cold air plug there. I say this is the most simple method. Stack it, light it, leave it. It's going to go on its own. I'll show you. I've got some thermometers on the side of the stove, and I'll show you those and how quickly we get up to temperature. But this is, I'm now making my morning coffee. I'm actually filling the kettle because we have a stovetop kettle that we'll put on here. But it's interesting. If you go after minute 13, you'll see it reignite with the second lot of kindling. There you go. There's the kettle on. That'll be ready for a nice pot of tea in a little while. For information, there's the thermometers. For information, this is a Parkray Aspect 4 on a log store. We've actually sprayed it pewter because my wife likes that colour. This does have external air, so when we look at the thermometers later, you can just see there's a pipe that goes out the wall. So my stove is being fed with direct air, which I think is a great addition. It's like putting a turbocharger on a car. My stove's on a Pujolar twin wall system because we are a new build. It's a 4 kilowatt stove. The kettle sits on there most of the day with lovely warm water. My fuel is from Countryside Logs and logpile.com. Great fuels, and as I say, the importance of burning good fuel is essential. You get more heat from it, it's more efficient, it burns cleaner. There will be some cheaper suppliers out there, but if you actually measure the sort of temperature between a good log and a bad log, you're getting more for your money burning a good log. So I'll leave it here. Feel free to fast forward for the next sort of 10 minutes, or you can just sort of see how it develops. It looks like it dies down slightly. And then, as I say, minute 13, minute 14, it reignites, and it takes us all the way through to 30 minutes without refueling. I wouldn't really have to refuel at 30 minutes either. I probably could have gone closer to 40 minutes. But yes, top-down lighting method is the cleanest way to light your stove, and it will punch through any cold air plugs. Enjoy the rest of the film. I'm going to do a couple of versions of these, sort of more basic and more sort of turbocharged. And yes, this will work on log burners, open fires, outdoor fire pits. This is the way you want to be lighting anything. Have a good Sunday.